got a couple loads of gravel, crusher run ready, and we're not going to do any spreading or anything until we get the post drove. So we're getting ready to lay this thing out, square it up. Maybe a little bit more challenging to pull cross measurements on it with the rock in the way, but get this thing squared up and get ready. Can't cross-check this thing for square because there's these big piles of crusher run here in the middle of it. So there's a way to check for square when you can't do that. It's called the 3-4-5 rule. That's what I'm fixing to show you how to do here. So we're going to use a multiplier of 4, I think, will be good. So 3 times 4 is 12. So we're going to come out 12 foot this way. And then we're going to go 4 times 4, we're going to go 16 foot that way. And that'll be 20 foot in between the two. And if that comes out right, then we're perfectly square. I think we finally got everything ready to rock and roll now. It's a really good way to lay out your ground posts for a greenhouse. It's not my original idea. I'm not the genius behind this. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's important that you have 3 notches though, otherwise you get out of whack. But this idea came with the instructions to build that greenhouse, which you have to measure carefully and cut carefully. But once you get them measured and cut carefully, that notch goes over your first post, and then you're ready to put in this post, and then you latch it, move it down, latch it on 2 posts, and you're ready to put in 2 more. That works really, really good. One thing I've learned the hard way with you can see the weeds around this one. We're going to put this ground fabric underneath, so to speak, the post. We've got our corners set, and then we put this stuff down so that we can cover it with rock and then there being weeds growing along the sidewalls. Turn that little guy off. These things will save you a bunch of time trying to get something leveled up. Alright, I hope it ain't so dark you can't see me. Or, well, I don't care if you can see me or not. I hope it ain't so dark you can't see the progress. Got all the bows up but one. But we we got our weed barrier down. All the posts are driven. These bows were supposed to fit inside these ground posts, and as you can see, they did not. So we have had to improvise. Fortunately, I had some pipe at the house that I bought a long time ago. Unfortunately, it's extremely expensive DOM, which it don't matter. I mean, not having to buy something is not having to buy something, but kind of aggravating to drill through. But basically, it fits pretty snugly inside of the bow and the ground post, and they put that bolt in backwards. That's going to poke a hole in the plastic. That'll have to be changed. But so we had to come up with a way to connect them since they didn't fit together like they were supposed to. The primary objective of this house is going to be for hanging baskets. And now that we've got it up on these super high posts, two things I'm wrestling with are, one, should I go buy enough double wire lock to run down these sides like's on this house? If we're gonna decide to put side curtains on it, I need to go get the wire lock track to run down the sides. And also, the camera don't usually do things like this justice, but I don't know, y'all might be able to see it better than me. This is a solid 12-14 foot to the ridge up there. And that means all the purlins are going to be incredibly high. The very bottom purlin, for a short fella like me, this very bottom purlin that'll go somewhere in this neighborhood, that would probably be the only one that I would be able to reach to hang a hanging basket on. I mean, if you're gonna hang hanging baskets, you kind of have to have something to hang them by. So I'm weighing the cost and the options now of going back and putting, I guess they call them kind of like snow braces, Gothic high tunnels, Gothic style greenhouses have these typically, and the big greenhouses. This is what I'm talking about. Considering I probably wouldn't put as many cross the W bracing in, I would probably do just like an upside down V brace, but I'm considering that option now. But that's going to add considerable amount of expense because there's a considerable amount of parts that go along with that. So trying to figure out where we're going to go for here, but I will continue to film this as we go along and keep y'all updated. Appreciate you guys watching. See you next time.